All right. So what I'm gonna do is probably put the first part, second part, third part, whatever, because we've had some interruptions and stuff like that. That way, it makes sense for you guys as the viewers. But we were in the process of kind of going over the Eight of Cups, which is the emotional withdrawal. And my friend was saying that you had mentioning something about like maybe moving off camera. It was moving down towards where I'm at, so that way we can kind of help get you a little bit more clarity, or kind of get you really in that zone, or just like you said, that you're with this reading, you're getting a lot of alignment, which is your specific word, which is good because you feel your vibration changing. Now, I know you probably don't comprehend that vibration feeling, but when you experience it, then you're gonna know. And it's all about, we learn from our experiences. Words don't teach, but words can guide us. And until we have those experiences, do we actually learn and discover what we want and what we don't want. But with this past energy of emotional withdrawal, Eight of Cups, let's go ahead and look in the tarot and read from that, and then see what messages come through. And it's red border,
Green.
it is green. I'm just looking and seeing what's here. Green border right here. So 8, and remember 8 is always signified as, well, that's what the card looks like, but 8 always signifies infinite potentials. It's like the infinity symbol.
Oh, yeah.
So it's infinite potentials. 8 also is like strength. In traditional tarot, the major arcana, 8 is the strength card. And 8 is all about, it's the continuation, keep moving forward. But it's also, an emotional withdrawal. 8 of Cups is like walking away. But it's also like, it's not just walking away from something. It's like stepping away from an old thought pattern, an old feeling, an old emotion. Cups are all about emotions. And this card represents moving away, just like I said, or withdrawing from a current situation in your life, whether it's an old love, a relationship, or leaving behind what was once familiar in search of new horizons or beginnings. On a physical level, it's easy to get caught up in the materialistic world, but it's just as important to retreat from the outside world to enable you to pause, reflect, and heal. Schedule some alone time so you can communicate with your soul and give the power of spirit the opportunity to restore your energy level, giving you the vitality to move forward in a positive direction. The number 8 represents infinity, passion, control, and power. This is your time. Use this opportunity to tap into your heart. That's weird. It's both on the outside, the heart chakra, and soul in order, and your soul, heart and soul, spiritual strength, that's your soul, to find the courage and strength to continue your journey into that wonderful undiscovered territory. There's so much of the unknown that you don't know. And when you tap into the unknown, where you're not predicting the future and you're just trusting the universe that they've got you and you're on the path, and you're, just gonna let yourself flow into your life, your real life, your destined life, then you can embrace those little tiny changes that you're going through, because you still feel better in that not knowing or not predicting. You're taking a different route. Those different routes are always learning lessons and knowledge. You gain the most knowledge from doing something you're unfamiliar with. The beginning of what the guidebook had mentioned, it was like stepping, like they always say, like stepping away from relationships that are no longer serving you, but it doesn't necessarily really mean to step away from a relationship. It's stepping away from the idea and the attachments that you have to that relationship. So changing that frame of mind, those thought processes. I know that you have struggled with worrying about what this person is doing and what they're not doing. And that takes you away from your connection. Or focusing on exactly what you need to be focusing on is what you want to do, what you are meant to do, what you need to do to fix. This is the only thing you have control over. Once you realize that, once you experience it, then you won't care about the outside world. You won't care about what anybody else. If people fall out of your life that aren't in alignment, you're not going to care, because guess what? There's going to be a new group of people that are more aligned with you that are going to fill that void. Well, it's not. They're not going to fill a void because you're filling that void yourself, because you're in communication with God. There's no void there. And that's what you truly want. That's what you truly desire. That's what you came here for. You came here to discover all of those things within you that bring you back to that source. Because as soon as we're born into this world, up until like the age of 7, you're really connected to your spiritual aspects of your life. But once you become 7 and 8, you kind of have more of that ego and eccentric, not eccentric, but that ego mind where you are trying to identify with who you are in this physical body. And that's why meditation and any kind of mindfulness practices kind of get you back to that source, to where you have that communication again, that freedom of the mind. Have you ever noticed children 7 years old, they're so happy? It's because they're not thinking about anything. They're thinking about what next best thing are they going to step into. Don't you want to be that child again? Don't you want to be that self again? That's who you truly are. That's what you came here for. You came here to come back to that, to always be with that. Some people die at 95 and they're part of that. They've learned that when they die. There's nothing you could do. You can't go back to your life if you're dead and you're part of the cosmos again and you figured all of those things. Oh, okay, I did waste my life, but hey, I'm here now, I'm good. They don't care because you don't have that worry. You don't have that nonsense going on. What happened?
I dropped it.
That's okay.
It scared me. I was getting into your
The
thoughts.
labradorite. But the thing about it is, you came here to come back to yourself. The Bible, I'm not knocking anything with the Bible, but the Bible gives you little hints. A lot of the Bible is the stuff that consciousness is all about. Christ consciousness. People want to say that Christ was in alignment with who he truly was, and he was giving guidance, just like everybody that's following the conscious path. It's a level of consciousness, and we all have access to it. But we've got to tap in and we've got to do the work. Jesus did the work. If you remember in the Bible, they said from the age of 13 to 33 or 30, he disappeared. Well, he went through his enlightenment period where he was focusing and going through meditation. Who knows? But that was it. We all have this ability. We're not superior beings, but we are. We are here to try to get connected with who we truly are. Once we have that unconditional love for ourselves, we can tap into the infinite possibilities of life. I don't know, it's a wonderful place to be. It's the only place that you need to be. That's the only place. Your only requirement when you come into this life is to tap into that unconditional love that is always there. It's always there if you just, I can keep going on and on and on. You know, it's the message of the night is just getting closer to your spiritual side. You know, I love it so much, and like I said, I could talk all day about it, but until you are ready for that one experience, or you have an experience that your soul identifies as, oh, that's the one, then you're going to push forward with learning how to tap into it more often. So you did say that you wanted to, or are you too tired? We can close the reading, or we could see what the angel prayers have to say. How do you feel?
I think I am interested, no doubt.
Yeah, it's like 1:30
I think
in the morning.
Is it really?
Well, it says 1:17.
Wow.
It's 12:17 my time, but I'm,
But I want to take in what this is.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So, like I said, with this emotional withdrawal, see, we read that last, but those messages that came through kind of tied it all together. You know, you said coming down to where I'm at on your own. You are ready for change. Okay?
Yeah.
But your soul is not asking you to make any drastic changes like leaving a relationship. Slow, steady steps. The next best thing is the next immediate physical thing that you can count, like the process that you're getting ready to step into with the disability process, the interview about what you did in your job career, or your most recent career that you've done actually for how many years?
16.
Yeah, that's a good part of your life, okay? So, trust the universe. Trust that this is a guided situation that you're having that's going to be to your best benefit to what you need right now, and what the best thing for you is right now. And this is a process. It's the cards say that you're not going to be stepping backwards in any kind of financial means. You're continuously, you're going through the process. You keep stepping forward. You're moving forward. You're not going backwards. So you need to start believing that, so it can be part of your reality. You're an awesome woman. You've done a lot. You've done a lot in your life. Your life is not ending. It's just gonna keep on growing, keep on getting better. You gotta trust yourself that, say, you know what? It's okay to kind of take a pause on life. And it's not taking a pause. It's time for reflection. It's time to get to know who you are. Even through this situation that the outside mind or the outside world may look as, oh my God, that's a horrible situation. Don't think that way. There's a reason for the whole dynamic to be kind of slowing you down and saying, you have an opportunity to be at home and to get to know who you are. Maybe spend some time up in that sewing room trying to figure out what it is. But do the things that truly mean pleasure. When you spend time doing things that you get enjoyment out of and pleasure out of, that's when you step into your flow. That's when you get more clarity. You need to start doing things that you really enjoy right now. Just take it as a blessing that you're here for a reason. You're at home. You're not having the stress of, oh gosh, I gotta work tonight and stress about this, that, and the other. You know? We're not supposed to be in constant motion all the time. Those quiet moments are the best moments of our lives. Yeah. You know?
So what makes you stop? I mean, you know this is what you need to do. You know you want to do it. But something is blocking.
Then it's not yours to know right now. Or you need to quiet the mind. Quieting the mind gets you into that meditative state. Don't stop thought. That's the thing, that it's so hard to stop thought when we've got all these thoughts. Don't focus on how am I going to stop these thoughts. Just focus on stopping the mind. Which means if you can't figure out if you can't do any breath work, it's a fly. But if you can't stop the mind, go to sleep. Always great. You know, when you first, that's why a lot of people when they first wake up, most of the time, you wake up in a good mood. It's because that resistance, all of those thoughts, that's why we sleep. This is, for me, I listen to affirmations when I sleep. So I don't sleep like I used to, but I'm well rested, because what it is I stopped negative emotion, negative thought processes that were working me, you know, and I don't really have those processes anymore since I've been meditating so much and doing the work. And that's where we all want to do. We thank God for the internet. Thank God. We didn't have all these, we have self-help books and all this stuff back in the day, but we have information and knowledge at our fingertips. I used to hate the internet. I used to hate technology. Mm-hmm. It's brought me to my spiritual awareness, my enlightenment, that has put me on the path to where I was destined to be. Thank God I didn't give up on my life. Thank God I didn't get approved for disability, because that was just going to be, who knows. I'm just glad that it wasn't the path that I always knew it wasn't the path. Being real and honest with myself, I always knew. And that's why I said I didn't believe that I was disabled.
That's me.
Well, then you have to trust the universe that something's going to open up. And the only way that's going to open up is if you get clear. Get to know who you are. Get closer to your God. Whatever that is, you resonate with the Lord still, right? You resonate with Jesus. So get in that spot. You know? Like I said, I have a friend that prays what's ironic? It's just same thing that's been thinking about.
Everything that you have talked about, told me, explained to me, has been going on. And not just by you, two top people right now in my life, you and my brother Darren.
And he's on the religious side and I'm on the spiritual side. That's funny, yeah. But see what I'm saying? He's tapped into who he truly is. I'm tapped into who I truly am. We want you to join the mix, you know? And your ears are opening and your mind and heart are opening. So you're receiving, your soul is wanting these messages. And the thing about it is when we speak, it's like we're getting the messages that you already know. But you have an energy field and I have an energy field, and we are pulling it from each other. We're conduits of each other. So the messages that you need to hear right now you are drawing in. So it makes sense that it's on the same wavelength. We're on that same frequency right now because we're both tapped in. You're tapped into your intuition. You probably didn't need this stone crystal tonight, but that's where you're at. And you're always going to be drawn into what your life passion, your life purpose is, and what the next best step. Now that you're on that path, it's going to constantly gain momentum until you just keep moving forward. And that's the message too. Keep moving forward. Tap into that flow. That the sun card or the star card talks about getting into that flow. Your focus is to focus on you and your relationship with God. And the way to do that is, you gotta do the work. Whatever. When you are most aligned with God and you're in that flow, what do you look at your past for this? Don't focus on your past, but for this, we're reflecting on the good situations in our past. So when you were really tapped in and you were giving people good guidance about God, and you were on that path, you've been there several times. What was your spiritual practice with God and Jesus, or what was your religious practice? You know what it was that you practiced. You did something every day. You had a routine, or you went to church on Wednesday. I don't know what you did, but you know what was working well in the past for you to tap into that flow. You need to get back to that, or you need to do something different by learning a new skill or learning more about the stuff that I speak about that interests you on a deeper level. Like, I want to know more about binaural beats. I want to know more about meditation. I can help you, but you help yourself more when you educate yourself. Because that's the thing with me going back to college and learning online, is they have done studies and they said the best learning is when you teach yourself. And we all have to be our own scientists. I always talk about that. And when we are our own scientists, we're gathering that information and knowledge. We're tapping it, we're pulling it, and we're putting it in our brain. Our brain is the biggest computer out there. And you can discern between or decipher through what is real knowledge and what is not, But 22 minutes, master number. So this was a good reading.
Yeah.
It really was.
It was really insightful and helpful. And I was just telling Dave downstairs, I said, this is the counseling that
Exactly.
I needed.
This is what I've always told you, is out of any kind of therapist, because the therapist can't give you this, but it's like pulling, like I said, it's having a conversation with, having confirmation of things you already know deep down at your core level. And this is what's helped me. I've never gotten any kind of help from any kind of thing. I've been in a lot of therapy and nothing's helped me until I used my own inner knowledge, inner wisdom, it's the infinite wisdom of the universe, of God.
I wish you could stay longer.
Right. I know. I wish I can be in two places at once. I wish I can bring my work down here. Well, eventually I can, with what I plan on doing, long term. But yes, very good reading. I appreciate everybody that has been here for these few videos that we have interrupted. If you're still here, this is awesome. Thank you for sharing this experience for the multiple people that may be seeing it and watching it.
I loved it. I enjoyed it. I learned from it. A lot of realization.
Yeah, it is. It's about realization. It's the cards are helpful. Those messages that we receive as conduits, the cards just kind of, they're like little helpers, but you can always do a reading without cards, but yeah, so yeah, a lot of good. People have always looked at tarot as, oh, it's the devil's work and stuff like that, but those are the wrong people that you're going to when you're getting messages like that. And you also got to check your energy. Where are you at in your mental space? But tarot is there for your highest good, for the, and you have to look at it that way. And it's not the devil's work. Like I said, the messages are going to come into whatever you believe. If you believe in Jesus, if you believe in Buddha, whatever, that's the messages that are coming in. It's not anything that, there, of course, there's common knowledge of things that I know, but the majority of the messages are straight up from whatever your higher power is. And that's what tarot is really about. It's just good guidance. It's not about predicting your future, but it kind of ties everything as a story, but I love it. I absolutely love it because, like you said, it's better than any kind of therapy, and we can all go out and buy a deck of tarot or oracle deck, and we can help ourselves by, it takes practice, but it's fun, and you learn something, you heal through it. Not just the tarot reader actually heals from it too. It's an exchange of just really good energy and love and kindness and guidance. And thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you in the next reading, whenever that is. Thank you.